I made a trip to Scotland a couple years ago, and there was this energy there, and I think if anybody who's been there and has kind of seen sort of where golf started, there's like this weird thing where it's like it means everything to the people over there, and at the same time it's like so ingrained in their day-to-day that it's not this like necessarily like reverent, high-end sort of like pretentious thing. It's just like it is so ingrained in their life that they just go about their day, and also golf means a whole lot. And I think that like that changed me. You know, I don't have to view it as golf and then as this. Like these are guys like getting off work and wearing what they wore to work and going to play St. Andrews. And it's like, that's insane. And so I think that's sort of where I've been. You know, one, it just takes a lot to do what we've been doing. So there's a lot of head down like stuff that has to happen to make something like this go. But I just think it's this place, this community is a part of like my everyday life. And I don't think it necessarily, hopefully sooner than later, it won't like distract me from my family and it's just gonna be, you know, it's kind of that energy that I'm chasing. Kyle Walton has always played golf, for sure. I got my first set when I was young. My grandpa sort of introduced me to the game. Golf was a way for me to interact with him. My parents were divorced, but my dad loved golf. And so that was like a nice tie that binded us together, the ability to go see him in the summer and play a lot of golf. And so golf was always sort of my way of being around father figures or guys or ways to have that time. So like the initial idea of Gimme Golf Club was like an entrepreneurial sort of mind, seeing, I wouldn't call it an opportunity, but seeing a space in the golf demographic here specifically, where there were a lot of professionals at courses that were sort of, you know, underpaid, overworked, doing a lot of stuff. And there were some things that I was good at, I thought that I was good at, that I was like, I think I can help here. But ultimately the goal is how can I get people to have access to a golf course and without like a traditional payment model? And could I make this make sense in a way that everybody won? The golf was affordable. I could make something and the courses would benefit. Like they're all, in its infancy, they're all just like chess pieces, right? Because you're just trying to make it all make sense. And I think when I realized that this has the ability to maybe be something was when those chess pieces were like actual people. And we started to have this community and we started to have good relationships with our golf courses, and people were becoming friends without me involved. And, you know, kids are being born and, you know, people are in people's weddings, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I was looking at this from a business perspective, and now it's like, it's just not that. It is the people. We've always tried to be a non-intimidating place for people to be introduced to the game. Like, I think that's an important part of what we try to do is, like, no one's really good at this game. Like, we're all kind of at a different place, and golf's kind of this journey anyway. And so I always try to just have our members act like, what would you have wanted when you first started playing? Because I think if we're honest, right, like, I think going into a pro shop or going into a clubhouse can still be an intimidating process. Did I make my tee time? Is this guy going to yell at me? Did I do what I was supposed to do? And if you don't know the game, like I know the game, and it can still be, you're still like, am I doing this right? And so we want to remove all that. Like, you can do everything wrong here, and hopefully our members will, you know, kind of bring you along and maybe show you how it is supposed to be done. But I think making sure our members understand that we want this to be a safe place for people to just be like, what's golf? Yeah, so this was, I think, in our second year, third year, we had a gentleman by the name of Keith come in, and he had never played golf before, and his wife bought him a membership. And the life hack that he won at was that she bought it for him because she wanted him to be around more. And I was like, you got to explain this to me, because that's not why people play golf. And he was like, well, I'm a through hiker, so when I go and do these big hikes, I'm gone for a long time. And so my wife thought maybe golf and walking and, I would be closer, and being gone for 5 hours is different than being gone for, 20 days. Yeah. And so that's why she did it. He'd never played golf. We gave him a 7-iron, told him to whack it into the screen over there. Like it wasn't worth giving him just hit the ball, man. Like you got an hour tee time, like go for it. And he loved it. And the next day he came in, and he just came in strutting with a 7-iron. He just walked in with a club in his hand, and we're like, what are you doing? He's like, I bought a 7-iron. And we're like, you bought one club? And he's like, well, I figured I should learn how to hit this one before I buy all of them. And I was like, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And so he's a sicko. Like he came to the game only through Gimme. He now has a full set of golf clubs, plays a lot of golf, and is like a very sort of integral part of our club, and is a great testament to like our membership just being like, yeah, dude, like we got you. Like, come on in here. This is One Club Keith. This is the guy we were talking about.
Nice to meet you.
Do you still have a 7-iron?
I gave it to Kyle here.
Yeah, donated to the club. We're gonna make it a historical piece in our club, so he doesn't use it anymore. Right now we have roughly 525, 530 members in our club, and it doesn't come without its challenges. Like I don't know that I can honestly say that that's a number that I ever really entertained. And so, I think the most important thing is we have a really good group of people here that are all sort of, pulling in the same direction to make sure that we're trying to give all of these people an experience that it would rival any experience that they have in any club. So this is a picture here of our first event that we ever had as a club. So we have big like community par threes where we have 50, 60 people on a hole at a time, and someone captures this picture with just a bunch of sickos walking down the fairway. And then these stickers have just come in from all over the place. Yeah, obviously there's a bunch of Sugarloaf laying around everywhere. But we've received these in the mail, put them on the wall. They've come from New Zealand, England, Australia. It's been a really cool thing for us to do for our space. And then this is a bag tag wall here. So these have just been sent in members as they retire their country club membership. They bring the tag in, or if they play a golf course, they usually pick up an extra one, but they leave them here in the wintertime. And then we got 3 simulator bays, 3 trackmans, putting green here. One of the unique things about our skins game is that when you hit it inside of 8 feet on a trackman, it's a gimme. So we don't do putting on the actual trackman. But if you want to validate your skin, you actually have to come over here to the putting green and make a putt with 40 or 50 people screaming at you to miss it. So we've had a couple big time players in the city say that putt is more pressure than some of the other putts they make in tournaments. So it's kind of fun. And then here's loopers. So my wife did something really cool over here, very very Sugarloaf-esque. A bunch of 80s and 90s Golf Digests used as wallpaper. It just turned out amazing, and if you ever want to go down memory lane, it's you can stay there for an hour. And then we got a bunch of caddy bibs here. These have been sent in from all over the world. Prestwick, North Berwick, Marion, Seminole, Pine Valley. Very fortunate to have people drop them in the mail and send them to us. Some of them are off the backs of the guys that we played the courses with, which is really cool. We even had a guy who caddied at Augusta that sent in his bib and his hat and his name tag. Never met him. Thank you if you're watching this. Very, very cool to see sort of the golf community, and especially the caddies, sort of embrace what we're doing here. These are just a bunch of caddy photos. Some of my friends have taken some of these and gave them to me to put up. Some of them are from my trip to Scotland, which again kind of inspired a lot of what we do here, so that they're special to me. But yeah, also just to see pictures that my friends have taken and have them in here, just, I don't know, makes me smile. And this is cool, you should check this out. So yeah, my buddy Jeremy Freeman, Golf Ball Gallery. If you follow Sugarloaf, you probably follow Golf Ball Gallery. But he kind of just, I approached him about trying to create some art for this tables in here. And he was kind enough to just give me his entire sort of folder of all the photos he's taken. We were able to lay them out and sort of epoxy over the top of it and create just a really cool piece of art, you know, for the space. Shout out Jeremy. And then there's the Loopers logo.
That's so cool.
Yeah, not bad, right? Not bad. It's a cool place, man. Like, it's funny. It's like, you know, you sit down at a bar and you tell golf stories, and some people want to hear them and some people don't. We're always like, look, if you want to go through every shot here, you can go through every shot here. Someone will listen to you.
I am member number 24, so I was a believer in what he wanted to see for the golf scene in St. Louis. It was something I was completely new to, never had experienced the game that way. But when you can kind of hear Kyle talk and share his dream and his vision about what this could be, that was it. I say it all the time, we are very, very lucky to have these people call this place home because they're special. Some lifelong friendships have already been forged, and you know, adding more every single day that the people that have enough interest to yank on the door and find this place, it's almost immediate. You can see in their mind, they're like, this is what I've been looking for. When we all start out, you know, it's always that like, can I play golf alone? Is this how I like to play? And then now with 500 new best friends, you have the ability to play with other people and meet them on the golf course, which is perfect because you get 5 hours with someone new on a well-manicured piece of property. You make friends fast.
And, you know, for me, my daughter, who's a sophomore in high school, is a good little player and is learning the game and learning to love the game. I never really needed her to be good. I just wanted her to enjoy the game that I enjoy. And, you know, there's a stat that I hang on to pretty dearly of that it's like 80% of the time that you will spend with your kid in their entire life is over by the time they're 18. And I think a good life hack is golf. Like, I'm gonna be able to steal 4.5, 5 hours with her when she comes back from school, after she's done with school. Like, if she likes this game, I'm gonna be able to like lean into that 80% a little bit more. And that was always the goal. Like, keep it fun, let her enjoy it. And then it just so happened that when she got to high school that she was pretty good. And so now we're kind of pushing that side of it a bit. And it's exciting and it's fun. But I still just really want to spend, there's nothing better than walking a golf course with no phones and getting to chat with a 16-year-old that'll actually look up and have a conversation, and you see them struggle, you see them succeed. It's a beautiful thing. Our membership's incredible. Like, there's so many things that have happened in this club that I have nothing to do with now. So like, I might be the founder, I might be member number 1, but like, I cannot, at this point, like, I can't take credit for a lot of the stuff that's happening. Like, a lot of these people believe in what's happening, they believe in the club, and they are pushing it like way past anything that I would have ever thought. And that is a weird thing to see something that you maybe dreamed up in your head and now seeing a bunch of other people run with it is like, it's just wild. I'm super grateful. And yeah, I think I am biased, but I think we have like the best membership in the world.
What is Gimme? It's hard to like put into words. It's a family, community, but it's more than that. Because it's like, you don't have to be a good golfer to be here. It's just like, it's more than the sum of its parts. It is exactly what golf needed to be in St. Louis. I've been a member 4 years. I think I was one of the first Illinois guys. So I drove 45, 50 minutes to get here after playing 18 earlier today. Sicko.
Something that you talk about diversity in golf. That's a big conversation. It's a hard conversation. Like, it's tough to figure things out. But for us, like, socioeconomic diversity is super important. And that's something that this model that we've created, we have members that are members of country clubs, and they can afford this. They have that, and they also have this. We have guys that can barely afford this, but they're here. I say it all the time, like, we have members in here that probably have a net worth of most of our members when you combine them together. Playing golf with guys who were like, hey man, can you wait a week to pop my card because I just had a medical emergency, And it's like, that's so sick. They're together and they're playing golf, and golf is the thing, right? They're none the wiser. They don't know any of that, but they're here and they're playing golf together. And that's, I think that's at the heart of our club. And yeah, it is an open membership. Like, that might not last forever. We have to have conversations about sustainability and accountability in membership and what that might look like. But yeah, as of right now, you can go to the website and become a member right now and play golf the second you join.
We'll put a link there.
My name is Kyle Walton. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm the founder of the Gimme Golf Club.
There you go.